Good morning, gamers. It's Punished Lee, and this is my review for Green Lantern, starring Ryan Reynolds and directed by Martin Campbell. This movie was recommended to me by Terra Nova. Why am I doing this review? Okay, this movie is pretty trash, so I'm just gonna quickly go over what happens in the movie. Hal Jordan is a fighter pilot, and one night he gets sucked into a green ball, and he gets taken to a dying alien. And the dying alien gives him a magic ring, which gives him the powers of Blue Beetle. The green ball, the green ball sucks Hal shortly after this onto another planet, where he gets a really good-looking green suit and cowl. That doesn't look bad or fake at all. And he's greeted by a bunch of other aliens who also have green suits, and they're part of this gentleman's club called the Green Lantern Corps. Oh yeah, and the Green Lanterns have to defeat the yellow power of fear, which manifests itself in the form of an enormous mass of corn-filled poo named Parallax. So Hal is getting trained by the aliens to become a Green Lantern, and he gets scared because he's a little baby, and he flies away home. But the Great Mighty Pooh is gonna eat Earth, so Hal stops being a little baby, and then he kills him. And that's the movie. Yeah, this movie is pretty notoriously bad, so I'm not gonna go over the pros and cons, because there's really nothing redeemable. I'm just gonna go over my notes and give you the highlights. The movie starts out with really cheesy narration, so that's always a great start. For the entire runtime of it, you are assaulted by ugliness. Like between Parallax, the Guardians, what else? All the aliens.
His only words were, "It's Parallax."
And, oh yeah, Ryan Reynolds' CGI suit and cowl.
I know, right?
It is just amazing. Let's just put it that way. Yeah, the suit and cowl are pretty much the most jarring thing in this movie. Like, man, just look at this thing, man. And it's got to have some of the most blah writing and acting I've ever seen. Like, this is daytime television level bad. Ryan Reynolds, he's just playing Ryan Reynolds, so he's doing what he can. He's trying to work with the script, but everyone else is really atrocious.
I thought this was a dogfight. I was under the impression the objective was to win.
The objective was to show what the Sabres could do in actual combat.
You didn't have to make that point in front of the commander of Air Force Acquisition.
There are some so bad it's funny moments.
Hi. The alien was one of you. How did we end up so different?
But it's usually just forgettable. Ryan Reynolds' dad dies in a jet explosion that looks hilarious, so that was pretty funny. Each time Ryan Reynolds gets sucked into the green ball is amazing. Like, that's probably the funniest part of the movie. When Ryan Reynolds is getting trained by the aliens, there's this big, fat, ugly alien that calls him Poozer.
Never let your guard down, Poozer.
Ryan is constantly flying around like a little fairy. Oh yeah, there's this really ugly nerd guy who's one of the villains.
I wouldn't do that.
Look closely.
And he's got the powers of fear, but fear power, you would expect it to be something like, oh, he makes everyone around him scared, but he really just has force powers. And the final fight scene between Ryan Reynolds and the Pooh monster is just where it looks its worst.
Everybody hold down!
And there's more great acting towards the end of the movie.
Wow.
Now the real question is this movie so bad it's funny? And the answer is kinda. There are bits of funniness scattered throughout the movie that I mentioned. The cowl and Hal's eyeballs probably being the funniest. But alcohol should be involved in the watching of this movie. Do I recommend this movie? I feel like it's more of a personal choice. It gets a 2 out of 10. I hope this review was helpful for you, and thank you for watching.